The million-dollar price of choosing your mother over your daughter. My husband, Julian, comes from old money, which is really just a polite way of saying his mother, Eleanor, owns his soul and his backbone. For 6 years, I was the perfect accessory. I wore the pearls, I hosted the charity galas, and I smiled when Eleanor made digs about my common upbringing. I did it all for our daughter, Maya. But 3 weeks ago, Maya's fever hit 104. She was shaking, barely breathing, and Julian was standing by the front door, adjusting his tuxedo. "It's just a cold, Claire," he said, checking his Rolex. "Mother's Lifetime Achievement Award is tonight. If we aren't in that front row, she'll cut the funding for the new expansion. You know how she gets." I begged him. I told him the pediatrician said to head to the ER immediately. He didn't even look at me. He just said, "Call a car if you're that worried. Don't embarrass me by being late to the after party." Then he walked out. Maya spent 4 days in the ICU with bacterial meningitis. Julian didn't show up until the third night, smelling like expensive scotch and Eleanor's favorite perfume. He tried to touch my shoulder, and that's when I felt it. The snap. See, Eleanor thinks she's a genius for keeping the family's offshore holdings in a digital vault only she and Julian can access. But Julian is lazy, and he uses the same password for his Netflix account. While Julian was snoring in the hospital chair, I wasn't crying. I was working. I didn't steal the money. That's too messy. Instead, I sent an anonymous, encrypted tip to the internal compliance board of their primary Swiss bank, along with the unlabeled transaction logs Eleanor thought were hidden. By the time Julian woke up, the accounts were frozen. 48 hours later, the family legacy was a lead story in the Wall Street Journal. Federal investigators were at Eleanor's penthouse before her morning tea was cold. When Julian found out, he collapsed. "We're ruined, Claire. Someone leaked the private ledgers. Mother is facing years of litigation." I just sat there, brushing Maya's hair as she slept. "That's terrible, Julian," I said, my voice as smooth as glass. "But you know, Mother always said, bah, family comes first." The look on his face when he realized I wasn't upset? Priceless. He's currently living in a rented 2-bedroom apartment while his mother's lawyers bleed him dry. He keeps asking who could have possibly known about the vault. I just smile, kiss my daughter, and remind him, it's probably just Braxton Hicks, darling. You'll be fine.